1 run in. First home run, 100.8 off the bat. That's home run number 2 for the round. 2 swings, 2 home runs, 103.6 off the bat. .107.9 off the bat, 433 feet. Go ball, go ball. Home run, 3-run shot, 34 runs in. That ball is going. It's gone, number 35.
All right, so Dustin, HitTrax Open, what was it like to be back in action?
Back in action.
It
was exhausting.
When was the last game you played?
The last game I played was June of 2019. I don't remember the date. I remember where I was. It was in Saltillo, Mexico.
So no live action in over a year.
I haven't faced a single pitch in, like a single real pitch.
And you just hopped up with 100+ runs.
Yeah.
Just post up, still got it.
Yeah.
What was it like to be competing? Like the whole concept of HitTrax Open, I could understand how some people would be like, we're hitting off a machine.
Sure.
Was there some juices flowing?
There was definitely juice flowing. I was supposed to go first, and we had a little issue with one of the linking a profile to the online profile. So like I was getting hot, and then I was getting cold. Then I'd have to sit down, and one of my other guys would have to go. And yeah, definitely that up down was the little controlling the heart rate. It was
tough on the body.
Tough to deal with.
When you're getting old.
When you're getting old, man, that kind of hurts. You know, that cuts me a little bit.
So what is the format? What is a game? I know you had 3 games. Every person had 3 games to score
as many runs as you could.
So is it 9-inning game or time?
6-inning game.
6-inning.
Or 20 minutes.
Okay.
So one of the advantages to not going first was definitely kind of seeing how tempo played.
Yep. And then every pitch has to be 60 plus?
65 plus.
65 plus.
So they set the parameter on it. It's 75 plus or minus 10. So anything under 65 reads as a fault, basically. It doesn't matter how hard you hit it, or it doesn't. I don't know if it counted as a pitch still, or if it just completely wiped it. But it was a nice thing that they have that in there, so we couldn't just go straight up BP, nice and easy, lob it in there like home run derby style.
Yeah. Yeah, and you were going short distance.
We had it at like 48 feet, and at plate speed was like 68 to 70 miles an hour. So we wanted to make sure that we didn't waste swings and
like
be
75, 80.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yep.
But no, the competitive juices definitely were definitely flowing. Had the couple other guys that hit it for me with Nuclear Baseball are both clients of mine. So trying to show them the old guy still got it.
Still got it. Still got it. Tell you what, I can't hit a ball 90 right now, so that's fine. I play this game now as much as I can. I don't do that baseball thing anymore as a player.
Not gonna lie, we did prep for the entire week before. I didn't just go in there raw and take probably 300 swings in a day between all of the calculated hits and outs, and then warm-up swings. It was probably close to 300. It was physically exhausting.
Nice. So take me into like the mindset mid-round. You're like, clock has started. You're 20 minutes or less.
Yep. So
what's your mindset? What's your game plan? Are you just trying to get some, feed the opposite field a little bit?
I was trying to
Trying to just hit pumps right away? What
no,
are you trying to do?
I was trying to just live nice and easy in the left center field gap.
Okay.
We strategically obviously picked fields. I think everybody kind of did it. There was a lot of guys that picked Baltimore for that short right center field. Mm-hmm. That's going to be interesting once we get to the next round when the top seed gets to pick the field, and we get a little more strategy going into it. At least that's what I think they were talking about.
And you're the 3 seed?
3 seed. So I believe it would be until potentially the semi, I have say of what field we pick.
Maybe further. Who knows what happens? It could be some upsets.
Right, if somebody gets upset.
And what's the format moving forward?
Single elimination, top 32.
3 games or 1 game?
1 game. We're going over it tomorrow on Zoom, but it's 1 game at least until the semifinal, I want to say. and then it goes to best of 3 series, I think, in the semifinal and the final.
Are we doing like Instagram lives for this? I think we should.
Well, yeah, we're absolutely going to.
I think there should be.
We'll live it. We'll
Mike,
mic it.
Hey, Mike, HitTrax. Let's go live. Instagram live. I want to watch some of this. It could be pretty fun.
Yes. I think everything has to actually be live. Like every single one.
Because the matchup
because
is
it's literally head to head at the same time in different facilities across the U.S. So it's going to be some, we'll have our bases set. Yeah.
When the home run derby, the Major League Home Run Derby went to the time format, it got so much more exciting because it was live. It was happening now. It wasn't a guy taking 13 pitches, waiting for a cookie. It was like, you got to swing, you got to put balls in play. So that'll actually be really exciting. And
we did have a 90-second timeout. So like trying to like strategically utilize that time and then potentially having to like pick up baseballs in the middle of it too. That all kind of went into it.
Yeah.
It's important, I think, having the right person to feed the machine too. I mean, we had Sammy feed the machine, and it was like, I think we calculated it's like 700 baseballs into the machine over the course of however many hours we did it. Like my right arm needed shoulder care just watching it.
That's awesome.
So yeah.
And then, so when is your next matchup?
I believe it's Friday. They have to go through and make sure everything time-wise works out and who we're going to face. I heard a rumor that I'm facing CC. So
Chris Colabello?
Chris Colabello.
The Italian stallion?
He didn't have a great showing, so we're going to see if he can, put up 7 runs in the 3 games.
You know what?
He made all the excuses in the world.
He's always claimed to be a playoff player.
Yeah, he might be pushing it to the second round.
He said he was
trying to play dark horse there.
He said he only got 7 runs because he knew as a veteran that that's what he needed to get by.
Yeah, just to sneak in
he
there.
He won a tiebreaker to get in, no big deal. Quality hit points or something, I believe.
Yeah.
So, do you have any message for Chris?
I think we're going to keep some messages behind closed doors, maybe, and some text messages and maybe a couple FaceTime calls, but should be a good time. I just don't want to hear all the excuses.
I think all messages should be
public.
Just right out the front door.
Yeah.
CC,
we'll
no
record
pumps,
all of them.
No homers. How many homers did you hit?
Like 40-something.
40. Who knows? It was too many.
It was a lot. It was a lot of homers.
And Chris will come back and say, "Well, how many did you hit
in the American League?"
In the American League.
Right.
And then
that would be 0.
We'll start the counter. We'll get the pitch counter out.
I think it was Chris Sale. I think was the big name. So we'll go +1 on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And but no, I mean, he only peaked to like 101 exit velo too. I know you calling me an old guy. He's a little bit older than me.
He'll be 37.
He made his MLB debut after 28. So what was it? He was 29 when he made his debut, right?
He's 36 right now. He debuted in 2013. So
yeah,
I didn't even pay attention to the math. I
don't know what that is, but I believe it's later. So
yeah, he's old. He's got some gray in the beard. I got some gray in the beard too coming. So
right. You have a couple kids. That happens.
That would be fun. Yeah, a couple. have sleep with having 2 kids for a couple years.
The second one on the way.
See what color your hair turns. That would be really fun if you played Chris. If not, so be it. But
maybe we'll face each other farther down.
He's got to get out of round.
He's got to get out of round 1, man.
He's gonna have a tough draw. He might have Hawk.
If he has to face Hawk, Hawk might hit left-handed. I don't know. The best hitter, best BP hitter ever. The guy hits the ball so hard.
Courtney Hawkins.
He was like 116.7
His
max.
Average exit velo across hundreds of swings was 103.
Right.
Average velo. His average velo was higher than Chris's max.
Yeah. It's going to be a tough comp. Yeah, tough matchup there.
What was the, we'll call Chris Seabiscuit. We'll call him, what's another underdog story? Just pump him up all week. But he will go, I promise you this, he would go into it with a clear mind, with playoff mentality.
I heard he might be getting a new Chandler bat for it. I know one of the excuses was he was using some old bat that had no lacquer on it, and so I heard Mike Holt might be hooking him up. I don't know. Give him a real piece of lumber to hit with in the once we get the playoff mode.
Yeah, get that XP finish.
Chandler bat.
Custom. I saw a custom.
So hot.
I saw some custom bats on Instagram.
Yes.
I think Mike had
like a red, like
playoff.
flame temp, really cool
There were some
really cool logo.
Some conflicts with games. I think Mike was coaching something.
Yeah, Mike had like five travel ball games he had to coach on Saturday, and then I don't think he was able to get up to headquarters and get his games in. But
very good.
Yeah, he would have been gassed.
Well, I'll be paying attention to the results. Yeah, there's some guys that put up numbers. I was checking out their profiles on Baseball Reference and
that was probably the cool
trying to figure
part
out who
too.
these guys were. Guys I'd never even heard of, just
Right.
putting up loud numbers.
Loud, and that's what it was too. I guess being one of the older guys, man, I only saw a few names on that list that I knew. Chris, Hawk, Olt were a few of them, and then my other guys, Kyle Schmidt and Michael Hellman. But some of these young guys, man, are hitting the ball really hard and really far, like multiple 500-foot homers. It's pretty exciting.
That's some juice. 500 feet is no joke.
No.
So
let's talk about it from the coach facility kind of point of view about being involved and having your hitters involved. Because there are a lot of people who didn't do this.
Sure. Yeah, no, and I was trying to reach out to some facilities in all over, just being like, I've got Beimel Athletic in El Paso, Hondo Medellin down in Corpus Christi, and trying to see like, hey, like if you guys back, like we got to jump into it. And I didn't hear back from a couple of them, and it would have been really cool to broaden the pool to play from. So hopefully this this weekend draws enough excitement that if something like this does happen again, potentially, maybe in an off season leading up to spring training, which would be really cool.
Yep.
When everybody's like super tip-top shape, ready to go, this could be something really huge with potentially hundreds of guys involved in, and it's just a fun thing, like the gaming module, and having your guys back there pumping you up after hitting a homer, like a 2-3 run homer, whatever, scoring more runs.
Let's not forget that compete mode
Oh.
is something we're all craving right now.
Craving
comp. So I think from a facility standpoint, I think it's a huge opportunity to get people in the doors, obviously,
Yep.
with proper social distancing, masks, whatever your area requires, blah, blah, blah. But pretty cool to see pro guys competing.
Yes. Yeah,
Like
in whatever setting.
When guys get in that mindset and they flip that switch, it's one of my favorite things about going to spring training is you get to be close to them. You get to see it, an arm's length away, as opposed to like sitting up in the upper deck. When you see them moving, when you see the intent, when you see the mindset shift into that really locked in mode.
You can watch their eyes, which was really cool, watching Kyle Schmidt hit and like going through his warm up and stuff, and then watching him flip that switch. And I think he had an all-time PR for velo.
Really?
In the first round, he got like 107.2 or something like stupid. Like we made a jump last off season, and then that competition mode flipped over, and it was like, go get it.
Yeah.
And like
this could Mike, HitTrax. Let's do this for high school kids. Do this for college kids.
Yeah.
You want to go from training environment to compete mode and see what happens. I'd much rather see video of a kid in a competition setting,
for sure,
and break down that video than regular
like feel
BP
good
stuff.
normal BP round.
Yeah.
I mean, and competition just breeds growth. Like you got to either do it or like you're gonna do it or go home, because that's all it is. If you can't compete in a game setting like this, where it's a super fun environment, and realistically, like if you don't do well, you don't do well. But if we can't play well in that, what's going to happen when we get to the game and you got to face 95?
Yeah, and if you don't do well, like think about what are the reasons. Is it focus?
Yeah.
Did you let it speed up on you? Was the pitching overwhelming? Like it's going to isolate the problems that you're facing,
sure,
or that you're having, and creates huge teachable moments, opportunities for growth. It can be so much more than just a hitting contest.
For sure.
And learning how to compete, that aspect of player development is sorely missing in the landscape of like hitting development.
Everybody's teaching swinging, but nobody's teaching about competing.
Yep.
If you don't compete, if you don't have the right approach or know how to navigate the game, then it's gonna be tough, and you might end up having a shorter career because of it.
Yeah. Tell you what, if I was competing in that game, I wouldn't be hitting ground balls at second base all day.
No.
I'm trying to shoot
fast outs, double plays.
I want doubles in the gaps.
Just chill in the gaps, and then you might miss one at miss one at 35 degrees and maybe it goes out. So
I've always believed
barrel
home
it up,
runs,
man.
home runs are mistakes. Home runs are slight misses under.
That was Eddie Murray used to say that too. He had like 500 homers. I think he was a pretty good hitter. Pretty good hitter for the Orioles back in the day.
Pretty good. Larry David. All right.
Talk about that shirt.
Hashtag barrels. Hey, if you want to win, we got a barrel.
No, your other shirt.
Your other shirt.
Oh, my other shirt. The trash can. I guess it was kind of an all-around trash can bang. We knew it was 70 miles an hour coming in, but it would have been a little exhausting if I had a guy sitting back there the whole time, every single pitch, saying, "Hey, it's a heater." One bang's a heater, two bangs an off speed.
What if he cross you up?
Crossed me up on the double tap. Like, I don't know what's going on with the ball feeder. No, that was funny. Just made a little shirt. It says, "We bang homers, not trash cans." So, just kind of throwing a little...
Have a little fun.
Having a little fun with it.
Having a little fun.
Plus, what are we trying to do on competition mode? Drop nukes. Win the game.
Let's hit balls hard.
Hit balls hard, we win.